everybody, what's going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today I've got the debut and ranked seasons of 99 overall Cody Bellinger, the finest card here. This is probably, in my opinion, the best finest card for the outfield that we got released throughout the entire collection. So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Let's go over the card right quick, all right? So 116 contact versus righties, 98 contact versus lefties, 119 power versus righties, and 125 power against lefties. So that interesting split on the power right there is pretty cool for this card. 112 vision, 125 plate discipline, 105 clutch. He does have the durability at a 99. And then the fielding is going to be a high gold there at 88. If he's in the primary position, he'll still be gold at the secondary positions. 93 on the arm strength, 87 on the arm accuracy, and 85 on the reaction. So really, really good there in my opinion. And then the speed also, 83 speed, 67 stealing, and then 58 base running aggression, but he can definitely swipe some bags for you as well. So just keep in mind, you are going to have a larger strike zone with this card because he is tall at 6'4" and stands pretty tall in the zone. But it's a very good card, man. So let's go ahead and jump right into some gameplay with it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, so I get the matchup here against the Welsh Dragons, man. Spirit Cod right here is his name. He's got a good squad, man. Creative player, Ripken, Griffey, Vlad, Adrian Gonzalez, Mike Piazza, Duke Snyder, and Brooks Robinson with Kerry Wood on the mound. I did adjust my batting order right here quite a bit. I took out Ichiro and put in Bellinger there in right field. Kind of crazy, man. I actually felt like my team was naked, man, without Ichiro out there. But it's just one game, you know, so we'll see how it goes. But 221 and 185, so the guy didn't have a very bad record at all. Anything that's a winning record, man, is pretty positive, I'd say. So especially the way the gameplay has been throughout the year. So first batter comes up, it's his creative player right there. I strike him out swinging. Man, there's a lot of strikeouts in this game for both of us, really. Like, he does a good job too with that. That Kerry Wood card is difficult to hit for sure, especially when you get up on Hall of Fame difficulty. He does get a base hit here down the left field line with Ripken. I don't know how he hit that pitch, man. Not at least pulled it for a line drive like that. It was an outside pitch, but he managed to get bat on ball and pull it for what got over my head. So Griffey comes up here and then pops up foul over there on the third base side to George Brett. Works out. So we got two gone here in the first. Vlad Sr. comes to the plate, and he grounds out to second base. So pretty quickly through the first inning. Did give up the one base hit there to Ripken, but not too terribly bad. So keep in mind, I do have Bellinger's batting in the cleanup spot for this game. That's where I've got him here. So I hit this laser beam line drive here with Alomar to lead off the game, but he tracks it down out there, man, and is able to make the play. It was a good hit though. Well-timed ball, I think, for the first batter. So I got Griffey batting second in this game, so I can get those directional doubles hopefully down the left field line. But it doesn't work, man. He strikes out. So so that didn't work out too well. I got Finest Lindor here batting third with two gone in the inning. And he grounds out to second base. So not too great, man. A 1-2-3 quick first inning for myself. No hits for me. He did get the one hit, like I said. But I noticed really early on that this guy was having a hard time laying off of sliders that were low, coming inside to hitters, to left-handed hitters from Seaver. And he was also the same with right-handed hitters, man. If I brought him low and away, just like this right here on this pitch. And he had a really hard time laying off of those pitches. So I just kept spamming him, man, and throwing him until he proved to me that he couldn't hit him. Luckily, it's not the opponent from yesterday's video, or I guess he would have complained I was throwing too many dirt balls, but I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of crazy, man. I got a bunch of strikeouts off of those pitches right there. And then I get him to pop up here for the final out of the second inning to shortstop. And Francisco Lindor. All right, so here comes Bellinger's first at bat in ranked seasons here. I've used him in subscriber games on Sundays, and I've used him. I used him this past weekend in that, and then I've also used him against the computer a little bit too to complete the ninth inning conquest map. But man, he's been pretty good. As far as the big three outfielders that we got this last weekend, I'd say between Yelich, Acuna, and Bellinger. Belly has got to be my favorite one so far of them. He seems to get hard contact no matter when he hits the ball, just about. So now with the big strike zone, and for me, it's a little hard to get good contact on the ball and actually hit the ball because just like my problem with Frank Thomas, I used to strike out quite a bit. So it's just something about these big strike zones that throws me off. But so he's got the 2-2 count right here, leading off the second inning. And he gets good contact there, man, and drives the ball into the gap. I thought about going for 2 right here. I thought, well, let's test this 83 speed, but I thought, no, let's just hold on there and see if he can get it done, and maybe I can steal a base with him or something. So full count here on Willie Mays. I decided to do the hit and run, and Willie rips one in the gap perfectly. So we're going to be able to send Bellinger there to third base. And he does get it in quick enough that I can't score him on it. But perfect hit and run, man. Nobody out. First and third. Lou Gehrig steps up, and he decides to walk him. Okay. So that was a little strange. Bases loaded. Nobody out. He does get me swinging there and strikes out Pudge. So I know I got to get at least one of these runs in without a doubt, man. So George Brett comes up here, and I decide to do the squeeze play. I'm like, screw it, man. I'm getting this run in. I didn't want him to hit into a double play, so I did. Worked out pretty good, man. Perfect bunt. Got Bellinger into score. So Bellinger gets that nice hit in his first at bat and then ends up scoring. With the pitcher up, I wasn't real confident he was going to get a hit, so I decided to try the steal of home thing to him. And it bit me. I got out. So, you know, I just assumed my chances of getting a hit there with the pitcher were slim to none. With 2 gone already in the inning, so I might as well try something else to get another run in and just see if it happened to work. It didn't work out. You know, it's the way it goes sometimes. I think that's one thing that people underestimate and don't understand, you know, when you're doing stuff like that. Yeah, it might be kind of cheesy to try it, but you know, it doesn't work a lot of times. So you are taking the risk yourself of what the end result could be in an out just like that where it happened, and I stranded the runners anyway. But I really honestly figured, you know, if the pitcher up, I'm probably going to strand those runners anyway. But now I have to have the pitcher lead off the next inning. So, you know, it's there's positives and negatives to trying each one of those things. So he does get that base hit down there, down the left field line, past third base with 2 gone in the inning. And then I get him for strike 3 here, but the ball rolls away a little bit. But I see the runner at second hesitate quite a bit. So I go ahead and throw it down to second base, thinking I might be able to get him, because the guy at first was going to be safe without a doubt. Didn't work out, man. He beat it out very easily. So now I got Griffey up with 2 men on, and strike him out also. Whew, I got a little nervous that inning, man. I was just trying to get that shutdown inning. I got the 2 first outs, or the first 2 outs, really easily. And then that third one came a little bit more difficult. But so I got Seaver leading off the inning. He strikes out, which is probably what he was going to do anyway last inning, so that's okay. Then Robbie Alomar here in the leadoff spot, taken for strike 3. It was a really good pitch, man. He hit that corner like perfectly, and with Kerry Wood, that's not easy to do. So nice pitch there from the opponent. And then Griffey almost gets that ground ball a little bit to the left side, but not quite enough, and manages to just ground it right to the third baseman, playing in the shortstop spot there with the shift for the final out. So we got the 4th inning, and Vlad Sr. batting here, leading off. He rips one to center field, but it's right at Willie Mays. I didn't even actually have to move the controller at all. He just stood right there and caught it, man. So I got kind of lucky. That was a nice shot he finally hit right there, and managed to go right to me. So Adrian Gonzalez steps to the plate here. Strike 3, swinging. I don't think I've had a game this year where I threw more balls in the dirt down to first base for drop third strikes. It was kind of crazy. All right, there we go. There we go. So we get the ground ball out there to second base from Piazza, and a nice quick little 1-2-3 inning. So Lindor comes up here leading off the bottom of the fourth. He's 38 pitches in right now. Lindor rips one to first base, but right at him. He didn't have to move there, and gets it. So Bellinger comes up here. He's 1 for 1 with that run scored a couple innings ago in the second there, and now he's up here for his second at bat. He's got the 1-0 count. Needed to wait back on that changeup, man. I was looking for something fast there. So 1-1. 1-2, a little early on that changeup there. I thought it was a slurve at first. It was a changeup. And he gets me for strike 3 on the high outside fastball, man. He did a good job of pitching Bellinger backwards right there with throwing the off-speed pitches first and then going to the heater. I'm not sure what happens right here, man. Adrian Gonzalez his player just didn't lock in to make that catch. That was kind of crazy. So I end up with a base hit from Willie Mays, or by Willie Mays right there. Really nuts. I was trying with the hit and run right here with Lou Gehrig up, but he does fly out there to left field for the final out of the inning. Not a badly hit ball. I was trying to be late on it so I could hit it where the shortstop would have been, but got it up in the air a little bit too much. And Bellinger gets tested right here, man, to lead off the 5th inning. Makes a nice play down there in foul territory down the right field line. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get there and get it, man, but it was a nice play. His defense plays really well out there in right field. He doesn't play too bad in center also. I've had him there, I think, on the finest squad. I thought the same thing was going to happen to me right there that happened to his Adrian Gonzalez the last inning, but it actually worked out. Lindor just steps back and makes that catch. So maybe that's the difference between the fielding on the Adrian Gonzalez card and say a diamond of Lindor's. So his pitcher comes up right here. Of course, I'm bringing the outfield in and moving to guard lines there with the infield, so they move back to decrease the gap between fielders there. So less likely to get a ball to drop in. We get the final out there for the 5th inning. So still holding this 1-0 lead here, man. Pudge steps to the plate right here and hits a weird one that somehow Brooks Robinson doesn't field. And I see him taking forever to get to the ball, so I go for second, man, and actually get the double out of it. It was weird. I thought it was going to hit off the bag at first, but then it didn't hit off the bag. It just didn't get fielded. I don't know what happened. So he's had a couple of really bad animations in the last couple innings. George Brett strikes out there. He throws a pitch in the dirt. I was just trying to bunt him over to third base with the pitcher. So I go ahead and run all the way. I would have been out, but he throws it past the pitcher covering home and out of the outfield. So I come around and score a second run. If you guys don't know, if you've got a runner on second base at Forbes Field and your opponent throws a ball in the dirt like that, if it goes all the way to the backstop, if they're a fairly fast runner, you can the majority of the time get a run scored. You can bring them all the way from second to home. Just don't hesitate. Just go. I mean, if you're going to go. If you start to hesitate, go stop at third. But if you're going all the way, continue on. So Robbie Alomar got the hit there, and then Griffey came up and struck out there in the bottom of the 5th. And I get him swinging in the dirt right here. Able to go to first with it. I don't know why. He might have been safe if he wouldn't have done that weird rounding the bag trick. I don't know why he kept doing stuff like that, man. It was just strange. There's guys that do that, and there's guys that do the diving into first base thing, and both take longer to get to the bag. I've actually timed both of them out, so I don't know why people do that, but there's instances that happen all the time where they'd be safe. So Griffey comes up here and then hits the ground ball to second base. So we get through the 6th inning pretty easily as well. So I don't know really what happened here with the video, but Lindor comes up and strikes out right there, but I had to take it out because it was really choppy. Bellinger comes up right here, strikes out as well. So that's 2 quick outs in the inning. I know it's the debut video for him, and I apologize. but the video was like really corrupt right there. So anyway, he strikes out there. And then Willie Mays comes up and gets the base hit there into right field. So 1 for 3 with Bellinger in this game, in the debut game. But I swung at some bad pitches and stuff, and that's probably why some of it happened. I probably would have been out right there if he would have actually thrown that down to second base, but for some reason he didn't. And then he ends up striking out Lou Gehrig right there as well. Kind of weird. But the Bellinger card, man, I think it's really good. I feel that he's probably much better with zone hitting than he is with directional hitting. If you know, just like the Frank Thomas card is. That Frank Thomas card is not great with directional, but he's really good on zone. And I really feel that it's got something to do with that high strike zone and high pitches and being able to make good contact on those. But it's still going to be a card that I'll use for sure on the squad going forward. At least on the Sunday subscriber games and stuff for the finest cards, but still think it's one of if not the best finest card that's been released as far as outfielders go. He hits this one here with 2 outs, man, with Piazza and drives it pretty deep. Nice hit, but I guess that was like his breaking point, man, and he just decided to quit right here. So, yeah, I mean, we ended up playing through the top of the 7th. And it was kind of weird, but we'll take a look at the card here right quick, man. The Bellinger card one more time. 116 contact versus righties, 98 versus lefties, 119 versus righties on the power, 125 against lefties, 112 vision, which is great for Bellinger. And usually his cards don't have quite that high vision, so that's awesome. 125 plate discipline, 105 clutch, 99 on the durability, which doesn't really matter or affect hitters and stuff, but 88 on the fielding, 93 arm strength, 87 arm accuracy, 85 on the reaction, 83 speed, 67 stealing, and 58 base running aggression. He does have those multiple positions there for the secondaries at first, left, and center field. Actually, if you guys are wanting to put him at first base, he'd still play as a gold fielder over there. And let's say maybe you have Lou Gehrig, but maybe you're just tired of playing with Lou Gehrig because you played with him for a long time and you're looking for a change just to mix it up or something. Bellinger would be a very good option at first base. I do feel he's good in right field. I feel like left field might be a little bit of a waste of his arm, but if your other 2 spots in the outfield are locked down, then left field would definitely be a good option. I mean, it never hurts to have a good arm in left field. It's just you don't have to have as good of an arm for your left fielder. So great card for Bellinger here, man. Excited to get to use this one more. And it should be a good time, man. It should be fun. I hit 600 stars yesterday in the program and managed to pick up Josh Hader, the 99 overall Hader. So looking forward to using that in the events this weekend. Make sure to catch me here on the channel tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time, Saturday, noon Central Standard Time. I will be streaming the event, the new Finest event, Finest and Postseason Player event live. For a few hours. So I'll be doing some of that, and I'll be unlocking some new Finest cards along the way throughout that event. And then also on Sunday, as always, catch me for subscriber games on Sunday. I do have, I believe 3 or 4 games. I think it's 4 games lined up for Sunday at noon Central Standard Time also. So I look forward to catching you guys there and getting to chat with y'all as always. Do me a favor, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. And we will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks.